so
We should.
good.
Okay. Well, I am so glad that we're finally talking
I know, me
because
too.
ever since we started talking about this, I'm just like every day I've just wanted to talk to you more because we've just been having so much fun.
Okay, did you guys notice how she set up the pictures for the promos? I look like I'm throwing
Oh,
shade
hold
at
on.
Savannah Thomas.
I may have pulled it up so I could show everyone. So, Shiloh's just trying to eat a French fry, but she does look like she's throwing Savannah some major shade.
I look like I'm talking trash about Savannah. And
And
I'm not,
then,
because I love her. I adore this woman.
and then, and then, y'all, then she had the nerve to talk shit about me.
I mean, I think I need to change my profile pic, but also I kind of want to keep it
But also
more.
no. But also
Uh-uh.
no.
Uh-uh.
I love
Yeah, I'm
it.
not sharing my fries. That's really what it is. I'm like, someone was asking me for fries, and then my friend took the picture. You guys know Willa James? She took the picture. It was past midnight, the night of the Audis. I
Yes,
hadn't
yes,
eaten.
yes.
I was sitting, I'm in a corset.
I did see that beautiful dress and I knew
And
it was
and
gorgeous, but the prettier it is, the less comfortable it is.
y'all who wear shapewear understand that something was riding up. And so
Mm-hmm.
I was deeply uncomfortable. And
Deeply.
someone was talking to me, and
And you just wanted that fry.
I hadn't eaten, and I was like,
Just let me have this fry.
and, and for those of you who, and for those of you who have met me in person, I honestly am not that bothered about life. There's so many things in this world. I find most of life amusing, but don't
As you
don't
should.
mess with my fries.
I mean, I feel like you're allowed to have one rule, and that's fine.
I will start a blood feud for
Over a fry.
generations over my unborn children that are never going to be born, that are going to fight your children because you took my fry without asking. They are gonna find some way to come and be born and then come fight your generations. Anyway, hi, it's so nice to be here.
I'm never going. All I know is what I've taken away from this conversation is that if we ever do share fries, which I really hope we do one day,
It means
I
I love
will.
you.
I will never touch your fries.
No, but if I share my fries, it means that you are my friends.
Oh, okay. Well, then hopefully one day we will share a fry.
Anyway, hi.
Hi. Hi. So I knew we were going to talk about the picture, so I had it all queued up and ready to go. I knew it was coming. I knew. We knew.
You
I knew.
knew.
And I'm so sad that I didn't get to talk to Savannah the other day because I was really going to go with it with her.
I know.
It's okay. I'll do
It's
it
all
next
right.
time.
It's okay. You can
It
tell her about the
happens.
blood feud.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't even know she's in it, but she is apparently. So have you recovered from Play Dirty today?
No, I'm in the midst of it. So no, I'm not recovered. Um, I, I, I'm still in the thick of it. I'm at the last few chapters, which of course are the most exciting.
Yeah,
And so it is such a good book, and it is so emotionally taxing and
it
demanding
is.
as
It
a
is.
narrator. Um, and so I think now Anthony and I are trauma bonded, and we've seen some things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a beautiful book.
Luna does that to people. She trauma bonds a lot of people.
I would love to say that this is, uh, it's not even the darkest I've done.
No, no, but it's the way she does it.
Right.
It's not so much how dark it is.
Hmm.
It's just she knows how to just like dig into your soul with
Hmm.
her, and I think it's because like we were talking about the other day, because that poet in her, she
Hmm.
does have that just lyrical quality to to her writing, and it's like a
Hmm.
song. It just like gets in your soul and does not let go. All of
She
her
does.
books.
She knows how to play the emotional
Hmm.
heartstrings. The amount of times I've cried in this book, I have woken up puffy and that that hungover feeling when you've gone through emotions that are
Hmm.
every day this week.
Yeah.
I'm impossible to live with. The people in my house are like, girl. And I'm like,
It's a
look.
lot. It's heavy.
Yeah. And I told her, and I've been joking around, I've been like, I am going to get so buff off this book because a lot of my coping mechanism is to work out
Hmm.
afterwards so the body doesn't remember. My background is as a massage therapist and an energy healer, as well as a theater person. I did years and years and years of acting. Um, so I believe in the holistic health of the totality of the body
Right.
and the spirit and the mind. And a lot of that is reminding my personhood that I
Hmm.
am safe and I am protected and none of this was me.
Kind of getting back to that, like safe place, that,
Mhm.
homeostasis, if you will.
Yes, exactly. So my emotional well-being is fine. My mental state is fine. My
Right.
body is like
Still stressed. Yeah.
a little bit stressed. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
hmm But it's great. So if you guys are ever curious on a dark romance, dark academia, check this
It's
out when it comes
it's
out.
I'm telling you, when I read it, I was so obsessed with it. And then when I heard that you were doing it, I was like, Shiloh's going to be Shiloh. Like, shut up. It was meant to be.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. And there's parts if any of you guys have been following the narration live, there's parts of it that line up with my life that I'm like, have you been
Eerie.
stalking me?
Eerie, right?
Yeah, but I'm not wealthy like her.
Well, sure. Yeah.
My dad's nice. Spoiler, her
So, no,
billionaire dad isn't nice.
no daddy issues.
Yacker. Um, so there's like other things that are in there, but it's a really nice, it's a really wonderful story to be able to narrate, and to be able to narrate a book of hers again is marvelous. And I'm now looking forward to narrating Lo Gold's book, which was just announced this week as well. That
Yes.
I know I'm going
I
to be
love
narrating.
that book so much. Oh my
We'll see,
gosh,
you're
it's
ahead of me. I
so
haven't
good.
read it yet. Um,
So I read it. I mean, I arc read it last year when it came out, and I was obsessed with that book. It's so good.
I'm so excited to be able to narrate it with James Cassidy and Ash Beverly. I think
Are you kidding me?
I know. I think the three of us are going to have so much fun on that one. And having now been on the cast of last summer where those two authors did some unhinged, fucked up things. Am I allowed to say that here?
I'm. I don't care.
Okay. Um, I can now tell the style differences. And
Yes.
so I now know what Low is going to make me do.
Yep. They complement each other really well, though. Their writing styles
Mhm.
complement each other really well. When they collaborate, it's really good. But they
Last summer
both,
was a seamless type of story.
yes, yes. But they both do. I mean, I both of those books, Play Dirty and Their Obsession, were two of my favorite books that I read last year. So I love them both. And I
Great.
can't wait to hear them be on audio. Like, because I'm obsessed with audio. So like, I'm gonna be even more obsessed with them. I can't wait.
It's going to be fun.
I'm
Can't
so
wait.
excited. I'm so excited. So you are very you have a very prolific Audible catalog, my friend. I mean, over 100 books.
I've
I know,
recorded over 100. I've lost track on my Audible count.
but yeah, and you've done like literally everything. I think you've narrated with pretty much every co-host and co-narrator out there. You have
Well,
done
there are a
so
few that I
much.
haven't. I have a little list. I have like a little dream list.
Mm.
It's like three left.
Do you want to? Yeah, well, you just got Anthony, so.
Wow. Yeah. And then Anthony and I are narrating again together on a series with some other big names. So
Hmm.
it's gonna be fun. I think that's been announced. So we're gonna be on the J.A. Rolls KG Rouse
Yes. Yes. The
book,
fallen ones, is that
The
it?
Fallen Ones, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And that's gonna be with Anthony and I, Corvin King, and Joe Arden. So it's gonna be that book. So that'll be fun.
That's gonna be so good. And then
Yeah,
he
I haven't narrated with Shane East or Jason Clark yet. Um,
wow.
that's
You
that's literally it.
talk about two ends of the spectrum. You and Jason Clark's voices would be like so good together.
You know who sounds like him and then that same kind of camp
Mm-hmm.
um is Gabriel Spires and
Mm-hmm.
Sean Masters.
Oh
They kind
yeah.
of live in those camps with Jason Clark.
Yes.
Um all of them incredible voice actors.
Yes, absolutely.
Hmm.
Definitely. Oh, Ash is here. He's gonna we were just talking about you. Were your ears burning?
Ash is phenomenal.
Oh yeah. I know.
I'm
I know.
excited to be working with Ash on a few. We're on a series together coming out, which I can't talk to you about, but we aren't in the same book together.
Ah, yes.
Um, Ash and I kind of float beside each other, and so we're excited to kind of be like in the same book together with James Cassidy.
We were just talking about Low Gold's book. I'm so excited about and I messaged you. I told you I'm so excited about that casting. That's like such a good like group. I'm so excited. Well, okay. So your first one was in 2022 that I
Mhm.
saw. So little over 3 years. So how's it go? How are you you dealing with, is it still new to you? Do you feel like you're kind of in a groove? Where are you at with everything?
I would say I think they call people at my stage like a mid-career
Hmm.
narrator.
Hmm.
So while I still very feel very much like I'm not going to get any more jobs. People hate me. I suck at this. I realized talking to some other
Constant.
narrators, it's constant.
Constant.
We always feel that.
Never
You
goes away.
never lose that.
Mm-mm.
So I've learned to dial that voice way down
Yeah.
and just not listen to her because she a bitch. Actually, that's not
And she a
true.
liar.
She's a part of myself that is protecting me from harm. So, but in regards to the work, I do have a handle on the work. Are there always goals to accomplish and knock out of the park? Yes, but I am a goal person.
As there should be. Yeah.
So it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I'm always learning. I hope I never stop learning.
Same.
And some new things that I added onto my plate this year as I tried my hand at producing. Turns out I can do a certain amount of project management. Producing
Mm.
ain't my thing. Two different things.
Yeah.
Ash knows that.
Well, I mean, it is very, that is a very deep, that's some very detailed work. I mean, and very, very time consuming. And,
Hmm.
you really have to dial in to do that kind of stuff. And yeah, I can
I
imagine.
really enjoy casting.
Uh-huh.
Turns out that's something I'm pretty good at. And I enjoy like other parts of it, but
Hmm.
there's like the minutia that I'm like, I don't care. I don't care
Yeah.
about it in my own business. I don't care about it in other people's business. So I was like, you know what? I'm not the person for that job.
Yeah.
But it's nice to learn and it's good to kind of know that I can do it on some projects and for some companies, but not for every project in every company. And
Right.
it's nice. It's
Well, and I think it's good to know all aspects of what any business that you're in. I mean, it only helps you grow and learn, and it gives you a respect for what other people who are working with you are doing or going through. I mean,
yeah,
it's always good to to do that and just kind of
for
be
sure.
in the know.
For sure.
So you said that you were an actor. So did you do like stage acting? Were you
Yeah, I did stage acting. I did it a lot in conservatories and what is going on? Calm down. Sorry. My doctor says I don't have ADHD. I disagree, doctor. He
second
calls it
opinion?
my sparkle. Let me focus. So what it was is I did a lot of conservatory work. I did a lot of stuff growing up. I grew up in LA. So I did everything I could possibly do that was not professional because my
Hmm.
parents were like, we're not allowing our kid to go professional
As a
before she
child.
turns 18.
Yeah.
So I ended up on a scholarship for theater to my first university up in Seattle.
Hmm.
And that was great fun. And there I studied a couple of things. Got very, very sick, gave up theater, gave up acting, ended up ultimately with an English lit degree, and then lived a whole lot of life and then came back to
Yes.
it. So
Yes.
if that
Okay.
answers your question.
It does. No, it absolutely does. I just like to, you said you did some massage therapy too. So I just like to know
Mhm.
where people came, like, how they kind of evolved into
Yeah.
these jobs. And you really have just an interesting journey into where you have ended up. So I just
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting for people because everyone has their own journey to where they end up. And I just think it's something that's so personal and so interesting to learn about other people. It just gives you so much insight into who people
Mm.
are and how they kind of became who they are.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But basically, I've been acting since I was 5.
Yeah. You can tell.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
You know how
So,
people are like, I have stage fright? I'm like, what's that like?
yeah, no, you definitely don't know. But that's good though. Like you have this energy where you can just like talk to anyone, have a conversation with anyone, and make anyone feel comfortable. So, and
Thank you.
make anyone feel welcome. So, I think
Thank you.
that's a special talent.
Thank you.
Um, so what do you do to prep your books? Do you read your whole book? What's your process?
You know, I feel like that's a question. Oh, there's that echo again.
I can't
It's
hear
fine.
it.
Um, I feel like that's a question that every narrator goes
Yeah.
because it's such a personal journey.
Yes, and there is no wrong way. I think everyone, has a different process, just like anything.
Hmm. I think for me, I have a prepper. I have a couple
Uh-huh.
of people who prep my scripts for me because I find with the kind of emotional work I do
Hmm.
that I am particularly hired for, it is best to be as surprised by the story as I can be, yet still be prepared enough
Yeah.
that I'm not. I've learned the hard way to not go into a story completely blind.
Right.
Um, like we talked about the other day
Yes.
in the Discord,
Yes.
I've
You
learned
guys
the
are
hard way.
you guys are missing out on that.
Yeah. But I have found that having it prepped so I can give a quick skim,
Yeah.
see kind of what's going to be happening in the story, if there's anything I need to learn, accents, characters, etc.,
Yeah, I think that's fair.
and then be surprised by the story.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I've talked about this with people before. I think the biggest issue, I think, with having people that prep your books for you is just knowing, having someone that you can trust and knowing that they know you well enough to prep it for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest issue. I think that,
Hmm.
with that. But I mean, if you're comfortable and you have someone that you trust and you feel good about it, then I mean,
Yeah.
there's no wrong way to do it. You're
Hmm.
clearly doing fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh-oh, Amanda's here. Oh my goodness. Everybody look busy. Don't I love her so much. She's the best.
Amanda.
She's the best.
Yes, she
Um,
is.
so when you are kind of looking at projects and deciding what you want to do and what's not for you, what do you look for? What are some things that really draw you in when you're looking at auditions and things like that?
What I first look at, to be fully honest, um, is calendar first.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah.
Where is
Because if
my
you can't
schedule
do it,
open?
there's no point in looking
Yeah.
at it.
Then I look at, okay, what are the triggers?
Mm-hmm.
So this is literally how I scan the email. Date availability. Okay, how many
Check.
words in the word count? Okay, I can fit it in. Triggers. Okay, I'll be fine. And then I look at like, what is the story?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's fair. You got to figure out if you can even do it before you get if you can even mentally do it and physically do it before you even go
Yeah,
there. So that makes
right.
sense. That totally makes sense.
And then I look at it and I think, okay, who's the author? Who's asking me?
Yeah.
Um, and I've developed a relationship with a few casting producers and directors, and I'm like, okay, who's sending it to me? Do they know my voice? Do they know my triggers? Do they know my mental health?
Mm-hmm.
Do I trust them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Or do they not know me? Let me take a closer look at this book.
Mm-hmm.
So for the most part, I'm just kind of like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's have some
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I mean, you've done so many different genres, so many different tropes, and, everything from a megaverse to mafia to, everything. I mean, I've so many different,
Historical.
yeah,
Yeah.
historical, everything. So, I mean,
Non-romance. Yeah.
clearly it's more about the story and whether or not you connect with the story. And so
Mhm.
I think that's something that's important.
Yeah.
So,
I just like books.
yeah, I mean, fair. I mean, I think that's one thing. Hey, Aaron, I think that's one thing that pretty much I haven't found anyone that just does this because it's a job. They do it
Right.
because they love books, and
Yeah.
they were in love with books before they started doing this.
Right.
And
Right.
so I think it's just a natural progression for a lot of people where it's like, I am A, talented, and B, love books. So therefore, C, I will do this.
Right.
And yeah, and I haven't talked to or met anyone that was just like, yeah, it's just a job. Like, it's just like no one in this community that I've met is like that.
Well, especially in romance.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I am very sheltered in that. I am very much encapsulated in the romance community. So I would say,
Yeah.
yeah.
You have to love what you do, I think, especially in the forms of VA work, because it's the least paid compared to other forms of VA.
Yes. Yes.
Um, it's the longest amount of work you do on a project
Hmm.
compared to the other forms.
Yes.
And honestly, it's you just love, I love it so much.
You can tell.
Like I'm boring how much I love this.
I don't think that's boring though. I think that makes you amazing. I think that makes you you. That's what makes everything you do have that little sparkle and
Thank you.
that little bit of love that you put into everything that you do. So
Thank you.
I think that's great. I don't think it's
Thank you.
boring. I don't think it
Well, it's so funny because we were I like my friends IRL that are not in this community are are like, okay, talk about something else. And I'm like,
but I don't wanna.
I don't wanna.
I don't
I
wanna.
want I want to talk about this book I'm narrating right now because then it's on. No.
Are there any habits or anything that you started to do when you first started this that now you do completely differently?
Yeah, prepping.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Completely different. So then, what I would also do is that um, I would overthink everything. And that ended up becoming a habit. I would go back through and listen to every chapter. I'd overthink all my breaths. I would just over analyze clicks and breaths and my sound and drink too much water and like I didn't sound I really thought, "Oh my gosh, my voice is too textured. I need to sound more loquacious. I need to be more smooth like Savannah's voice." I didn't know Savannah at the time. I don't even think she was there. That I don't know. But that sound where I really thought I need to have a liquid, smooth voice. So I would try, but it would end up hurting my voice because that's not me. Um, so I would end up just kind of doing weird stuff because I was in my head too much. So it took so many good, really great friends in this industry, really great coaches really great support to come alongside me and just be like, chill, and then coach me out of this stuff. And so it's taken me 3.5 years to get to this point where I'm like, oh, this is my voice. There's texture to it. This is how I sound. There is breath. I'm human. Thank God there's breath and mouth clicks and sounds because we're not AI. So, anyway, now you can unmute.
No, I get it. I think that makes sense. I mean, and that's kind of what I was looking for. I know you obviously you're going to evolve as an actress and as a voice actor. Um, but I think we all kind of start things with certain habits and things that we form, and then we go, wait a minute, that wasn't the best way to do that. Let me step back and reevaluate because I think we
Seriously,
all
though.
seriously. Aaron said you were so great in Sirens and Stilettos
Thank
and
you.
Without the Moon.
Thank you. Those were some of
So
my favorite performances.
uh, I'm telling you, you guys are in sync. You and Aaron are in sync. Um, Aaron's great. So I was super excited when I found out you were on Dream Girl, which was another book that I really love.
Did you
And
listen to it?
yes, I
Oh,
love
how was
it.
it?
I
Oh, good.
love it.
Okay.
Were you
Oh my
worried about it?
gosh. Yes. Oh no, because okay, I loved that series. This whole series is done recording. Spoiler. Um, and it was Ryan Stone on that, correct? Okay. I want to make sure I have my co-narrators right because I don't want to say their real name and then like ruin it all. So there's and Jane wrote such an original take on the Omegaverse. Such an original kind of sci-fi twist on this that I'd never done before. And Jane is such a sweetheart. And so it was an honor to meet her. In fact, I I have a whole PR kit I'm going to be showing when the next one comes out. Um I smelled like the characters in the booth while I was recording it, and I loved the details she put into it. Here was the trouble. There are a ton of accents in that series. Like and then like her whole family ends up with a southern accent. But here's the deal. It's an unspecified southern accent in a fake world. So we had to make a choice because I love my southern brothers and sisters, but y'all are brutal. When we do an accent that is not accurate. So what's accurate in a fake world in a fake area? And then you have two different people trying to match their southern accents who are not southerners. And I was like, this is going to be a disaster. This is a disaster waiting to happen. So Ryan and I got together and we're like, hey, instead of making a ton of people hate this series, why don't we just the accent, which spoiler, we don't do an accent for them. And we're like, and we'll just kind of sprinkle something in here and there for a character or two. And we did. And it works because, one of the moms has a British accent and he and I are like, oh, we can do that, like it's gonna be fine. So that's the kind of stuff where we both went, and that's, the things that stick with you in the series. But the characters were so interesting and fleshed out. And what I loved is that it was a fully formed polycule, and it really talks about polyamory in a way that is um, modern and natural. And it talks about issues that a lot of people, I think, in the romance community are coming out of, that we've talked about a lot, or I've talked to many people about their strict backgrounds and various religious backgrounds and perspectives. And so it's very fascinating because it's conversations I've had with many, many, many people in Romance Landia. And it's all in one series. And it's beautiful. Okay, you can unmute. Like, you can unmute.
Now, it's It's absolutely beautiful. It's one of the reasons why I love that series so much. I arc read all of that series for Jane, and she actually did send me. I have 2 out of 3 of the books from her. I absolutely love that series, and like you said, it approaches it so differently than any other Omegaverse that I've ever read.
Mm,
Um, the sci-fi aspect of it is so great. It's just that little bit of extra spice, little, sprinkle of something different.
mm.
Grace is such a different Omega from any other Omegaverse that I've read. She's just her character is just so
And
different.
is she an Omega?
I mean, I don't know. Like you said, just that book is so interesting and so unique. That whole
Mm,
series is so unique.
mhm.
I love it. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorite series. And I was so pumped when I found out you were on it because I saw that little graphic, and I was like, oh my god, I'm done. I got to get it now. So I was like, immediately,
Thank you.
I messaged Jane. I was like, I need this now. I need to listen to it. So I love it. I love her, and I love
Mm,
that whole series. So
thank you. Yeah,
yeah,
it
it
was
was a
great.
good
And
one.
I think Ryan did an excellent job on his parts too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's always great. He's always great. Um, so do you have, I know you do a lot of, like you said, exercise and weight and that kind of stuff. Do you have any other hobbies that you do when you're not acting, voice acting?
Yeah, I do. I used to do a lot more furniture painting. So if any of you guys are creeping on my stories, nice. I see you stalkers. But it's you can see one of my pieces. It's a art like a dresser drawers, but I paint furniture for my peace of mind. What I used to do, um, I had really bad anxiety and depression from health reasons. Um, and and the only thing I could do to get me through the day was listen to audiobooks and paint furniture. That was legit it. I couldn't talk to people because the anxiety was so bad. And they took my measurements and found out, oh, she's sick. Um, and so they worked really hard to help balance me out. Here I am balanced, all's good. But it was all I could do. So I would just listen to audiobooks and just paint. And so that's like when I have a moment, which is never, I never have a moment. But when I do, I like to kind of revisit that, paint tinier things now, not such huge projects. Um, I like to crochet. I like to quilt. I haven't done that in a minute, but I still like my office is divided. I have workout, I have work, I've got painting, and I've got like fabric and yarn and all kinds of things. But I will tell you truthfully and honestly, makeup is also one of my arts. I love makeup and cosmetics and hair and nails because when I was sick with Lyme for so long, one of the only ways that I could be present in my body and creative without pain and disappear, again, audiobooks and or watching TV, was just sit and look at myself in a mirror and say and 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 play with makeup, play with looks, play with ideas, watch YouTubes, all the things, because it was a way to connect with my body in a positive way, um, to meditate on color and balance, and to look at myself in a positive manner, because it's so easy to get lost in pain. It's so easy to get lost in the anxiety. And if I could do nothing that day, what I would do is do my stretches and my face, and I would hook up to an IV for 5 hours that day for medication, and I would sleep. And that was it. But it would be a full face. And this was back in the day when they had Makeup Alley. I don't know if any of you guys knew about Makeup Alley. I would post pictures every day along with everyone else. It was fantastic. And it's just, and so that's something I still do every day, as I like to still put my makeup on. It's not, I don't get to spend as much time and playing, but on the weekends or after work, I will, before shower, makeup, I'll play with ideas. Sorry about the buzzing. I thought I put do not disturb. but I will still play with that and or do with the nails. And I have synesthesia, so that means colors have sight and have sound, have taste, have numbers, and vice versa. So it's all fun for me to play with colors and shapes and textures, and this is just one way for me to connect. Um, so and whenever I post stuff, I wanted to say, you know me, welcome to my TED Talk. Whenever I post stuff, I'm never saying that this is something somebody else has to do. It's just something that helps like center me and connect me back into this shell that who I am, because I tend to be so ethereal and out there that it's like a way to just be like, here we are. Let's get let's get into the booth.
I think that's so insightful, though, for you to have given yourself a way to have a positive outlook on your body when your body was already being was it would have been easy to be so negative about it.
Mm.
That is something that is so special that you figured out a way to do that and to create a positive spin on something that was, really a hard time for you. And you're still continue and you made it a habit and you continue it to this day, and it just keeps that, that momentum that you had of, you know yes, I had a bad
Thank
time,
you.
but now, gotten through it. And
Yeah.
your makeup is always stunning. So yeah,
Thank
I
you.
mean, it shows.
Thank you. It's just fun, you
It
know?
is fun. It is fun. I don't wear makeup most days of the week because I am right now. Yeah, no, I am right now. But I don't most days of the week because I work in healthcare, and I get there at 7 in the morning, and it's just like, nah, forget it. So I do enjoy doing it when I get to. It's fun. It is fun.
It is
It's
fun.
it's like it's like having art. No, I'm not saying I don't have makeup on now. I know I do have makeup on.
You all know I woke up this way.
No, totally natural. Not a drop. Negative. Negative. Okay. So I think you just answered this question, but it sounds like you were a big audiobook listener before you really kind of started this job. So what were the what were you a romance audiobook listener? Were you pretty much everything? Did what were you like really into, and as far as audiobook wise, before you started doing this?
You're speaking my language. So, I grew up in the 80s, and so my favorite, yay, 80s babies. So I grew up listening to books on tape on family road trips. They're the best. So, and one of the hacks my parents would do, because we would always get summer reading, is they would just get the books on tape for the books that we had to read, and they'd be like, well, you're not gonna, I mean, I would have literally have ignored summer vacations and time with family and sat and read, and they were like, no, no. So they made the whole family listen to like whatever the summer reading was for myself and my sibling, and we would just do that on the long road trips and whatever else we were doing. And so I grew up listening to mysteries and classics and all kinds of stuff. So when I was older and Audible became a thing and you could start listening on Libby and, all the things, a hoopla, um, I started listening to YA fantasy. Um, and that was great. I started listening to classics, which was great, and thrillers and mysteries, which was great. And then I was like, oh, I like romance. I loved Regency. I love historical. Um, and that was great. And then one day I stumbled across Sebastian York and Andy Arndt, and I went, I'm sorry, what's going on here? Um, am I allowed to listen to this? Am I? I'm sorry. What? I'm gonna need more of this. And the problem is that, and I don't, just more, thank you. And so I ended up on this whole contemporary romance journey, audiobooks, like the way I was a huge fan of like Emma Wilder, Vanessa Edwins, Andy Arndt, Sebastian York. When I got on my first book with Sebastian York, do you know how hard it was not to fangirl in the thread with that poor man? I was just like, I'm gonna be professional. I'm gonna be professional. Be professional. Oh my gosh, it's you! Delete, 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 delete. No problem. It's so great. I'll send in the files. You know what? No, delete, 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 delete. So, so things like that. I mean, Teddy Hamilton, Joe Arden, Shane East, Jason Clark, all of those were the ones I cut my teeth on in contemporary romance. And so it's so funny to me now being here where I'm like, oh yeah, it's them. Like whatever, you know? But like they're great. Yeah, they are legitimately great. Um, but that's kind of where I was. The one that I still talk about a lot and I stand by is Wanderlust by Lauren Blakely because it has Grace Grant and Richard Armitage. I'm sorry, it's his only contemporary romance. It's Richard fucking Armitage. Enough said. So, it won an Audie for a reason. And it's just so good. And so I would listen to those and I would listen to thrillers. My favorite thriller author is Joy Ellis currently. She writes a lot of British thrillers. We all know I love my British mysteries. I like dead British people. With love, it's fine.
It's not on that
Um,
page.
Teddy Hamilton and I did two books together. That was fun. Yeah, so when those things start to happen, those milestones, because I was such fans of their work, and I was because I had an acting background, I was genuinely fans of their work and not fans of them. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, they're gonna fall in love with me because I didn't have that kind of mentality of them. House of BS and Lies is the one I think you should go for. I really liked both of the other books. The first one is the duet one, which is Mountain Spark. Um, the others are dual. Um, but House of BS and Lies, I think, is the one that people seem to like the most. I don't know. I enjoyed them all. What do I know?
I mean, you just know that you did them and you had a good time. That's all, and that's all you know. But I do have this question for you. So, if you could pick a project that you think that you're most proud of or that you think everyone should listen to, that you feel really accomplished in, what would that would do you have one of those that you just feel like you were just like on and like no?
Yeah, I've got like 50. Four performances. I was really proud of the performance I did in Without the Moon Act 1. Really proud of my performance in Sirens and Stilettos, particularly the scene with the roast. If you guys have listened to it, you know what I'm talking about. That that took me from that was 2 minutes of extreme emotions. Just like that chick went through a lot in 2 minutes. And as an actor, I had to go through all of that. There wasn't a lot of starting and stopping. She took me on a journey. We went. And I have an abusive ex in my background, so it was really something that kind of resonated with me, that story. Um, so I really enjoyed that. I loved D.L. Darby's books. I also did Lie with Me, which was so much fun. Kaden Hart, magic in that. The banter, the way she has something to say about everything. You know this, right? My dog. Sorry. Caden Hart, we sound so good. The engineering team at Blue Nose is really top choice. And DL Darby writes great banter, really beautiful work. And so that translated also in Sirens and Stilettos. I think Gabriel Spires and I was listening to the mastered files, and I know it said this in my Discord in a couple of lies. He made me do a spit take. I read this book. I read this book. I was listening to the mastered files during lunch, And I was like, "Doo, doo, doo," just kind of hearing how we all go together because we don't hear it. I'm just sitting there clicking away. And he says this line like, I'm gonna wait until you're mine is the line. But the way he said it as if he was in her ear, I was like, I was like, I went, okay, I can't talk to this man IRL for a while. I'm gonna need to stop listening to this book. Thank you. I did. I stopped listening right there. I was like, nope, I gotta work with this guy. Nope, nope, nope. So, but I really enjoyed that one. So those are some great performances. Some other ones I've been really proud of. I'm honestly proud of a lot of the work. Two other books that are non-romance. One's a series I do with Tantor and recorded books and Highbridge Audio. It's the Eleanor Mystery Series. So Eleanor Roosevelt solves mysteries, and she does it with her plucky assistant. Sorry, my dog. She's got opinions about things. She has her favorites. She doesn't agree. That's fine. Um, so my favorite. So those two books, mixed history. So I'm having to do all of the Kennedys' voices in the first book, and Russian, and even Chinese accents. And I apologize. It's a lot. It's a lot in the first book. And then in the mystery, they're good stories. And then the second one is in South Beach. So I'm doing Eleanor and Josephine Baker and a lot of different voices in that one in French. So that those I'm really proud of the work I did in those. And Josephine Baker and Eleanor Roosevelt, if you go and listen to interviews from the 50s, they sound very similar, which makes it very hard to do a book with them that's historically accurate. Because at that time, the way to sound was in a transatlantic accent. And that was the way that you sounded educated. And so they both adopted the same sound. Just like, fun fact, Jackie Kennedy, before she got married, sounded a lot like Marilyn Monroe because that was considered sexy. That's how you landed a man. So then once she was really trained as First Lady, she had to differentiate herself from Marilyn Monroe because you don't want to sound like your husband's mistress. I don't know. So it was things that I've learned on those series. And then the other one I did is for Krista Innes, who is a TikToker who is doing a series of wedding planning drama as an event coordinator. She wrote her first book, and I got to solo narrate it, and it was so much fun. If you have ever planned a wedding, the accuracy of the drama of this book, it's called Here Comes the Drama. So, I mean, those are some things that are coming to mind. That being said, I literally love every single one of my performances. And I'm not blowing smoke up your skirt. There are books that I don't enjoy as much, but I love the characters I play.
Yeah. No, I genuinely, I feel that. That question is not meant to make you single out anything that, but I think a lot of people will have something that they're either super proud of that they felt like really, really good about, like they just feel like they nailed it, or something that they feel is a good representation of them as a person or as an actor.
Oh, sorry. How could I forget? Found an Inked Flame. That was one of my favorite romanticides I've ever done, period. Yes, that one. Sign up 1,000%. Sorry. Yes, you reminded me. Please continue.
Fine. That's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. No, because I think that's kind of that question. It kind of bring you go, oh, yeah, okay, I remember when I did this and I just felt like I really nailed it, or I felt like this was something that just really spoke to me. And that's kind of, the spirit of that question. But I know that sometimes people don't like it when, or they don't want to try to be like, what's your favorite? I don't. I don't care about that. Like that's impossible and it's like trying to pick a child. I know that. But yeah, I think that all of us, anything that we do, and when we do something we love, um, you still have things that you're proud of, and things that stick out in your brain. So that's the spirit of that. But so when you do you read first of all, do you read reviews?
Mhm.
You do. Okay. So when you read a review, what is something that someone says that makes you proud? What is something that you go, I love that someone said that about me?
That's a really good question. Thank you for asking.
Well, as someone who reviews,
Mhm.
I I think that I know that not everyone reads reviews, but I think that it's important for uh, us. I think about authors when I review their books and what puts them in a good light. And so I think that I would like to do the same thing for the narrators that I'm reviewing as well. And what do you feel like is something that you would love to hear about yourself? So,
Some of the reviews that I screen grab or save for a rainy day when I'm not feeling so good about my work, are the ones that really highlight my acting skill. Either did I bring the emotion that the character was asking for? Did I hit the accent work? Did I um hit the banter? Did I bring to life all of the characters well? The things that are the acting cues really is what we're looking for.
I think that's the actor in you. You want to
Yeah.
be that's what you want. You want people to notice that you have that skill. So I think that's very fair.
I'd like to add
Um,
on to that, if that's okay.
Please,
So
of
sorry.
course. No,
For bad reviews, everyone is allowed a bad opinion, and that's totally fine. But if you're going to have a bad review, instead of saying I hated her voice, it was too high, that's not helpful. If that is the only reason you didn't like my narration, cool, legit. But if it's something else like she's not hitting the characters well, her male voice needs work, but not because it's not sexy, but because she sounds like a girl all the time, things like that that are actually constructive. As if it was your kid standing in front of you asking if, Mommy, how did I do in my acting on stage? And you said, okay, you could do this better. That's the best way to do a bad review, as if it was constructive criticism, because we do read those. Otherwise, all we think is, oh, you had a bad day. That's cool. Versus something we can take and work on.
I personally don't review things that I don't enjoy.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I nah. I'll tell my friends about it. I'll be like, wasn't for me.
Yeah,
And you guys like the same things I like, so it wasn't for me. But like, I don't want to put that energy out in the world for anyone who is, especially an indie or someone who,
yeah. And
is
don't
just
tag us
starting
on
out.
that. I'm
Yeah.
talking like Audible reviews.
Yes. Mm, no.
Yeah.
So I think this is a question that all women, I think it's important. So why is romance important to you? I know why it's important to
Mm.
me as a reader, but what does it do for you as a person and as an actress?
Buckle up. Yay.
Trust me, girl, I could go on for days about this, so you just go right ahead.
All right, y'all got your snacks. Let's go. Okay. So yeah. So I've been reading romance since I was a kid, like 10. Um, when my mom handed me like Christian romance and clean romance and closed door, and I say clean, we're trying to step away from that. Um, so I started there, and then when I got older at a certain age, she was like, "Here's the Bridgerton files. Let's open those up." And um, so it started to kind of get more and more. I think it is very important for all humans to read romance because it is the one area where women are centered. We live in a society where it is starting to change, but for the most part, most of us are in a society where male desire is highlighted constantly. Male gaze, male desire, and I'm going to say heterosexual, monogamous male desire. And that is the only thing that we are drilled into. Romance, for the most part, is centered towards women's desire. And what is it that we as women want and seek? And if you go into reading romance as if it's just corn and it's just smut, you are not getting the whole picture. Um, it is about desire. It is about longing. It is about what is at the heart of a woman. What is it that she's actually asking for? And if you read it with discernment, you will see it's about connection. In all different types of the subgenres of romance, you are looking at connection and how do women relate. And in the most part, we want to talk about relationships. We are most interested in how hearts connect, how minds connect, how souls connect. And romance is a genre that brings that. And to take sex out of that is to take away the connection and totality of it all. And that's okay if that is what you need to have that taken out, because I do not want to take that away from our ace friends and those of us that do not have that in their life. I don't want to expose that to young children they don't need that yet. Um, but it is an integral part of it. And I think we learn and we grow and we expand from it. And it has given me language. It has given me courage. It has given me space to be a strong woman. It has given me the strength to walk away from bad situations. It's given me the strength to walk into the fullness of who I am. And it's given me a community of friends, a job. It's given me hope. And there is not a genre I love more than romance. I love it so much I'm using my real first name. And that is where I stand with it. I mean, that's just the opener paragraph. So,
Girl, we could do a whole episode just about that. And I honestly have thought about doing that. That's actually an idea that's been rattling around in my brain, is to have like a panel of a lot of females in the romance industry and just kind of talk about,
I love it.
what romance means to us, because I think that a lot of the a lot of the negativity comes from ignorance. A
Hmm.
lot of it comes, and you can only claim ignorance for so long.
Hmm.
Once the information is out there and we're telling you why we want this and why it's important and why it means so much, and you still refuse to accept that, and you want to make it silly or not, something that's dirty or something that is not important or frivolous, then, you can go whatever. But I think that there is something to be said for explaining why why it's so important to us as females. And like you said, just to be centered, just for once to be centered in any relationship. Um and yes, like you said, we don't, I don't, obviously, nothing wrong with anyone who doesn't, enjoy the sexual, part of that. But for women, a sexual for the most part, the sexual experience is completely different than it is for a lot of men. And so I think they're looking at what we read through their own lens, and understandably so, because that's how they look at the world. But I think it bears saying, hey, just because that's the way you view it, the way we view it is completely different, and here's why I think if you knew that, maybe you wouldn't feel like it's so unimportant or frivolous or silly.
Right.
Um, but I think it's so important.
I think so too.
And I think there's a definite reason why I think a lot of people do know how important it is and do want it to be suppressed for a reason. Because it's very uncomfortable for women to be centered and know that they don't have to put up with different things. So yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
So yeah. Hmm.
I would agree. I would agree. And I think, I don't even think people think that deeply about it when they don't like it. Having come from backgrounds like that, they don't think that far. They just think this isn't good. We have to just not think about this one thing. This thing has to be private or quiet or whatever. And then you end up with problems. The reason why we have to keep it so public is because it is public, because this is our everyday, because everybody is this way. This is love. This is lust. This is desire. This is need. And it's like, well, what do you mean? You want to be chased through the woods doing this? Not necessarily, no. No. But
But I want you to like me enough that you would.
yeah, I want you to desire me
Mhm. Mhm.
enough for this. Enough that you do the dishes without me asking. You don't have to chase me through the woods. Just do the dishes. Same kind of thing. Same kind of stakes. You're still putting on your shoes. So that's the kind of thing I'm asking about. You're still getting off the couch. These are the things we want. And that's
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
about
distillation
effort.
of
It's
it.
not about the specifics. It's about the effort, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And while the settings and the yeah, and Lauren said or both and agree or both. If that's your thing, girl, go. Um,
Do it.
do it. Run from that man. I don't care. But I think it's like you said, it's not about any certain situation. It's not about any certain story. It's not about the genre. It's not about whether you like this or the central thing is the effort and the understanding and the centering of someone
Mm-hmm.
and what that means to them as a person and how that makes them feel as a person in any
Mm-hmm.
setting. It could be any setting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because one of the things that they talk about a lot in the romance books, which I find to be true of most women, is that as soon as she's given the attention and the sole focus, she has no problem returning it. They never talk about her needing to get the attention. You want what you're watching in that corn, you start with a romance novel. You start giving that attention first. Not saying that's the payoff and that's not why you should do it at all. But that's what we're asking for.
I knew you were going to kill that question. So that's why
Thank you.
that's
That was just the appetizer.
I know. I know. Like I said, I could literally talk about that issue for
We haven't
days.
even hit the historical, we haven't hit the spiritual, we haven't hit
We
any of
haven't
it.
hit the
So yeah.
purity culture. We haven't hit the
Mm-mm.
patriarchy. We haven't hit any of that. Like none
None
of
of
it.
it. Mm-mm.
None of it. Just the simple basis though is just can I just be can I just be the reason for a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Just be the reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, it's a I think that's one of the reasons why women in romance who read romance, who write romance, who narrate romance, everyone in this community, I think it's one of the reasons why it is such a close knit and such a loving community is because we
Mm.
all we are all here for the same reason.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you were going to say we're all divorced. Kidding. I'm so just kidding. That was just a funny line. A lot of what I say is just for the line.
Hey, you know what? Maybe not all divorced, but definitely all have a lot of similar experiences. And like you were
Correct.
talking about earlier with Play Dirty, it's like, you identify with a lot of the things that happened to Shiloh, or, certain instances that happened to Shiloh. And unfortunately, that's not a rarity. It's not a rarity for a woman to identify with any of the horrible things that happened to some of the women in these books. And so yeah, I think it's very easy for a lot of us to
More
identify.
sirens and stilettos. I was kind of like, DL, girl.
Yeah. Were you in my house?
Were you in my house? And the worst part was is Gabriel Spires adopted the same accent as my ex-husband, and I was like, I don't want to play. I'm out.
There was a whole lot of working out after that one, huh?
Well, I didn't hear it until after. So it was good. And it honestly and it's no secret because she was the unaliver and it was fun. It was cathartic. I would come out like, yeah, let's go.
She got hers in the end for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. So, do you ever do any events or conferences or
Oh
anything like
yeah, I've
that?
done a lot. I've done a lot.
Do you have any coming up anytime soon or anything?
Yep, I will be at Raven's Spicy Reads in Chula Vista in June. I will be at Villains and Vixens in Orlando in July. Um, I'm going to be, I think, between the pages in London, Ontario, in Canada in September. I think, and I don't know if I was allowed to announce that. I mean, who knows? And
There's only 10 people here. It's fine.
well, unless you repost it, I don't know what she said, but okay,
I'll edit that part out.
it's fine. It doesn't
I'm
matter.
just joking.
Um, and then, uh, and then if you are a Blue Nose fan, there's a chance I'll be in the audience at a certain event in LA in the fall.
Yeah, I can't go to that, but I know some people that will be very excited about that.
It'll be
I know a
exciting.
lot of people that will be very
But not
excited
during
about
the weekend, during the week.
during the week. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Erin would love to meet you. Erin
Yeah,
has been in this chat. Just she's a huge fan. Huge fan.
love it. Well, hi, Erin.
So okay. We have talked about a lot, my friend.
I love it.
And we've already been here for over an hour. And I appreciate you giving me so much of your time. I don't want to take
My
up your whole
pleasure.
night.
It's totally
Um,
fine.
but we
Mhm.
do have this little thing that we like to call a not so speed round. And the reason why it's not so speedy is because Kim can't shut up. So we changed it from speed round to Aaron named it mild tempo questions about nothing. So
It's a meander through the park, a hobbit's questionnaire, if you will.
exactly.
If the hobbit was to ask you some questions.
So we're gonna start that. It might be a little bit better tonight since I'm trying not to talk as much. So
Are you sick?
no, I just don't
Oh,
want you to. I'm letting you speak because you're so eloquent and lovely at
oh,
speaking. So
you're a sweetheart. Thank you. Meanwhile, I'm like, I gotta finish this book, but I will. It's fine. I'm gonna eat,
okay,
work out. It'll be good. I sound like I'm such a gym rat. It literally just started in May.
no, I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
once you start a routine like that and it really works for you, like yeah, it becomes a big part of your life.
Wait, what March? What is it? March that just happened?
Yeah.
March.
You just went from a you just went from an 8-month habit to a 2-week habit.
Well, no, it's been like I've been doing this. It's just a new program. Like this has been a habit of my life, but also and
I fully support you on your journey
yeah,
for the last month.
it's been years. Calm down.
I'm just fucking with you. Okay.
Love it.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for your questions?
Hit me.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
What?
Coffee or tea?
I heard something else. I heard coughing your tea, and I was like,
Would you like me to cough in your tea?
no, thank you. Um, Coffee,
Hot or iced?
hot,
Hey. Favorite color?
blue.
So, okay, now this is an interesting question because I did not know about your synesthesia. So, what is blue associated with for you?
I mean, it depends upon the color of blue, but all kinds of colors. It's all
Hmm.
different types of feelings and thoughts.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Does that affect like what is your favorite though? Is like what it kind of yeah,
Just what mood I'm in that day.
yeah, yeah. I love that. That's such it's so interesting. Okay. Favorite candy.
So, okay, fun fact. Lyme disease took away my ability to eat sugar. Um, so I'm one of those annoying girls that I was like,
Oh.
oh no, I can't eat that, thank you. So I'm like, oh no, it has too much sugar. Um, so,
But that's for your health.
but like
That's
I
not
legit have seizures.
yeah,
So,
that's a little
um,
different than
but before that, it was a candy bar that I could get in Canada and Europe called the Lion Bar. It's by Nestle and it's like caramel and one it's like as if a Snickers and a Milky Way had a baby with 100 grand.
I love 100 grand.
100 grand was my favorite American, but also toffee, like almond roca. Like if almond roca was sitting on a table, I would, yes,
You
please, thank you.
you might risk the seizure. I'm just kidding.
Except now I'm allergic to chocolate.
Gosh, you poor child.
All right.
Okay, very important.
Mhm.
Grumpy bad boy or golden retriever?
Okay, IRL or in my books?
IRL.
Uh, uh, Depends. Like, how golden retriever are we talking?
So what I'm hearing is German Shepherd. Everyone says,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Be
That's pretty
loyal,
much.
but
Hmm.
don't like. I need space. Like, don't come to the bathroom with me. You know what I mean?
Get it.
And golden
Get it.
retrievers are like, "Hi, are we peeing?"
Is it
Like the
time?
actual dogs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, leave me alone. I'm not feeding you. Get your own food." A golden retriever is like, "I killed a squirrel. Is that cool?" And it's like, "Yeah." Or a German shepherd is like, "Yeah, cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool, cool."
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
Text or phone call?
From home.
Hmm?
From home. So I'm a zennial.
Uh-huh.
So it depends what day it is.
Okay.
Sometimes I tap into my Gen Xdom and I'm like,
Yes.
yo, what's up? And people are like,
Yeah.
why are you calling me? Is there an emergency? And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, you're a millennial.
Same.
No, I just wanted to talk. And then other days I tap into my millennial thing and I'm like, why are you calling me? What's going on? Just text me. What the fuck? You
Yeah.
know?
I
So
I feel
yes,
that on a soul deep level. I
I'm
get it.
both.
Yes, I get it.
Mhm.
I think it is a generational thing because we know the value of a text message and we know how to want to be alone. But at the same time, we're also very much multitaskers and all about efficiency. And sometimes
Right.
just talking to someone and getting it out
Yeah.
is the most efficient way to do things.
Well, you know how Gen Alpha likes to just sit on the phone?
I
I
can't.
get that.
Yeah.
Like I'm Gen Alpha about life. Like I'd rather just sit with my besties on the phone.
Yeah. Get that. Yeah. Aaron said it's giving this meeting could have been an email.
Okay, Aaron, that's you. That's
Exactly.
not me. I'm like, cool, let's talk about it all on the phone. Like I'm a FaceTime person.
Yeah. I get that. Well, too, you have a very isolating job, like where you are very isolated,
In a
during the
padded
day.
booth. I'm literally in a padded booth.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I can see why, a good phone call or a FaceTime is very important to you just to have that kind of like connection, you
Yeah.
know?
I'll sit and do my makeup with one of my narrator friends. Do you know Victoria Connolly?
I've seen her, yes. I've not,
You've got to follow her. She's great.
I
Um,
think I do. I think I do.
she is fantastic. She and I will get up and do our like skincare together or like do our makeup together or whatever.
I get it. I mean, you gotta have, yeah, I get it. Because
Mm,
like you say, it's very lonely, you know?
mm.
Okay, night out or night in?
Sorry, you said night out. I was like,
It
are
was
we
instant.
coming home by 8:30?
It was
Like
instant.
like how late are we gonna talk? What's out? Hun.
I know. No, I'm the same way. I'm like, ooh, cool.
I mean, I like people. I like being out, but it depends upon what you mean by night out.
Yeah, like maybe day out. Like I could do a day out, but not night because it's sleep time.
Look, I can do like 4 hours out. If you're asking more than that, I feel like,
Cut it.
yeah, like what are we?
Yeah,
At this point, are we married?
we turn into pumpkins after 9.
Like you just, like you might as well just like pop a ring on it because after 4 hours, like we've spent too much time together. It's
Make it
official.
legal. Make it
Yeah,
legal. All right. Yeah, I get it.
we're
Okay.
combining incomes and households, you know.
Okay. What's a song that you currently can't get out of your head?
Oh my gosh, anything trending on TikTok, but also, and this is so mean. I still have my iPod Mini
Girl.
that you can't change any songs on anymore.
Mm-mm.
It is stuck in 2007.
Yeah.
And so apparently 2007 me liked Ashley Simpson. Bless her heart.
I mean,
And
yeah.
I'm like, what were we doing, girl? Like, are we good? And so, so anyway, I listened to that in my car.
For the nostalgia.
No, for my mental health. And so sometimes I'm just rocking out to like 2007 Alicia Keys. I'm like listening to like the 2020, or I'm listening to like Justin Timberlake back when he thought he was black. You know what I mean? Like I'm out there like and so sometimes it will come through on my lives and you guys are all privy to it. And we're not even going to touch my country era when I was like dating rodeo cowboys
Oh,
and
oh,
like
can we touch it? I feel
doing
like we
that,
should touch it.
And like Earl's Gotta Die coming out. You know,
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
just saying.
I mean,
So it just
the chicks are feminist icons. Like that's okay. We can listen to the chicks. It's fine.
well, and then Toby Keith, and then I mean, it
Yeah.
was a whole era that I was like retrospective. Shiloh was like,
90s
it was
country
a
was a
pop.
vibe
It
though.
was a pop.
90s country was a vibe.
It
Like
was a vibe.
it was a vibe. Yeah.
Early 2000s, yeah. Was I out there like doing the whole party? Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Was I out there
Red
two-stepping?
doing the red solo cup thing.
Yeah, for like a couple years, and then I
Yeah.
went back to my roots, which
Yeah.
is rock
For like
and pop.
your college years.
We'll say that.
Yeah. I only went to college for 2 years, so I don't. But
So
yeah,
my college years were more grunge, and
right.
because I'm old, so
You're
it
not
was more
older than me.
grunge and more like swing and and like, we were listening to Eagle Eye Cherry, like Save Tonight and
Yes,
Macy
yes.
Gray and like
Girl, that's a pull. What are you doing?
like this is what this was what I was doing in college, like Matchbox 20 before we
You
were like, wait, why is he pushing her around?
you need to you need to be checking out my song and my note every day. I've been hitting the 90s real
Oh,
hard. I had Bjork
nice.
on there today.
Nice.
I had what did I have on there yesterday? Oh,
You
Veruca
want to know
Salt on
what
there
sexy
yesterday.
Bjork song is? Hunter.
Ooh, yeah.
That song, that is
Yeah.
on my going out jam sexy song. Okay, you want a sexy
Yes.
playlist? Sorry, sidetrack.
Oh,
Hour 4 is about to start. Welcome to our podcast.
mild
Um,
tempo questions about nothing, remember? Mild
right.
tempo. Never
So,
speedy.
this sexy get ready playlist, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Rilo Kiley, Portion for Foxes,
Mhm.
right? Sex on Fire by Kings of
Kings of
Leon.
Leon. Yep.
Um, Uninvited by Alanis
Alanis.
Morissette. She's the queen.
That's
She's
what
the
I had on there.
queen.
That's what I had on there yesterday. The secret song. The secret song at the end. Your house. You know that
Yes.
song? I had that on there the other
I
day.
forgot about that song
The best song ever.
because my brother had the CD.
Yeah. And you had to
Yeah,
wait like 2 minutes to hear it. And you know that on Spotify you still have to wait 2 minutes to get to it.
that's hot. I love
It's
that.
hot. It's great.
That's hot. That's hot.
I screen
Well,
recorded it the other day.
I love it. I even have Melt. I Melt by Rascal Flatts.
Yes.
Like
Why are we the same person?
we're the
Oh my
same
God.
person. And so, but my list is a little bit, and then but my favorite all time favorite band is okay. We're not talking about the classic rock that I love and grew up on. We're not talking about
Right.
classical music.
Right.
We're talking about the band that I fangirled over for years. Okay, is Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. You may or
Okay.
may not know them, and that's
I
okay.
do. Okay.
I've been to so many of their concerts. And they were just did another concert here in LA in October. It
Mhm.
was so good. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're back. And all the songs that we used to jump up and down to, we're all old now. So we all just went, it was so funny. We're like, we're so
Ideally from a
old.
seated position, but yeah.
We were not even seated. We were all standing going, why are we out here? We're so old. But it was such a good time. But I
That's so
love them.
that's really funny because literally my next question was favorite concert experience. So,
My favorite concert experience is different.
okay.
My first concert was Amy Grant's The Hats Tour 1991.
Shut up.
My dad took me, and it was this stadium. And I was like, do we stand now? Do we sit? Like, dad, nobody else is standing. Like, what do we even do? Like, is this like church? Like, what are the rules? And he's like, calm down. You're good. Like, you're chill. Like, you're way too uptight. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
anxiety.
Do you know me?
I was like, oh, okay.
Have we
Um,
met?
but it was super fun. And then one of my favorite concerts, I've been to quite a few. Um, One of my favorite concert experiences, because it was such a surprise, was one my mom wanted to go to. She loves Mark Anthony. And she
Uh-huh.
was like, girl, I want to go. Will you come with me? And I'm like, I'm a Ricky Martin person, but okay. Um, we'll go.
Fair. Fair.
And so we go, and it was the best concert.
Yeah.
He's so good in concert
Some people are
because
just performers. Yeah.
he shows up for all of his fans.
Mm-hmm.
And, so songs would be split up an English song, a Spanish song, and shout out to his backup singers slash dancers. Those women did not stop salsaing the whole night. They just like constant. I was like, get it, girl.
Get it, girl. They were going for it.
Hmm.
Okay. Favorite karaoke song? No?
just hand me a mic.
Just
Let's
let
just
her
have some
go.
fun.
Just let her cook. Just let her cook.
It's not going to be good, but it'll be fun.
That's all I care about. That's what karaoke is for. It's not supposed to be good.
I mean, I've sung. I've sung on stage. I know what I'm doing, and I'm still like, is it good? No. Will
No.
we have fun? Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Again,
that's the
no
vibe.
fear.
That's great. I wish I was that way. Okay, last question. What is a word or phrase that always trips you up in the booth?
All of them. English. Um, honestly, like alliteration,
Yes, that's a very yeah.
but like things like texted texted,
hmm hmm
text. Like who's texted? He texted him. He texted him. Okay.
Tough.
Did you send a text to him? I mean, no. How about I sent a message to him via the phone? So much easier to say than
So
texted him.
more words, still easy. Still easier.
Also, conjunctions trip me up. So some people conjunctions are great. Um,
hmm
they are over here. They've done this. No, thank you.
hmm
Just say I have. They were. It's easier for me. I don't know why my brain sees it differently than when I talk.
Have you ever just done that? Just changed it to the two words and just seen if anybody noticed?
Have you ever met a proofer? They catch
They
everything.
said no, that's not right.
No, they
Wow.
send back everything. You have to be absolutely word perfect. 100% word perfect. We only sound like we're ad-libbing because we're good at our jobs. We are not.
Oh, I mean, yeah, yeah.
I have learned my lessons.
You can't slip one past them, huh? You've tried.
I tried.
Jen said we miss nothing.
They were like, no,
We miss nothing.
nothing. We miss nothing.
Okay, okay, okay. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. That's so funny. Okay, so that's it. You got through the
Wait, but you didn't
mouth-to-bone.
tell me what your song was?
Well, that okay. So that was my next question. I was. Do you have any questions for me? So, do you want to know what my favorite karaoke song is? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
I don't do karaoke, but
Oh my
if I
God.
did, it would probably be a Dixie Chicks song.
Sure.
It would probably be Earl.
Earl's great.
I mean, I
Or
like
wide open
Earl.
spaces. I mean, that's kind of common too.
That's a little
Or
out of my
Sin
range,
Wagon.
Shiloh. It's a
He
little out of
broke
my
my heart,
range.
now I'm making the line. He lived his life, now I'm gonna go live mine.
Someone else said Sin Wagon. Who was it? I think it might have been
Savannah.
June. No, I think it was June.
June is such a good singer.
I think it was June because I said
She's
because it
so
she
good.
surprised the shit out of me, and I was
I
like,
mean,
"What's
she's
your
an opera singer, so yeah.
no?" But I was just like, she pulled it out of the blue, and I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" She was like, and I mean, literally, like within a millisecond, Dixie Chick Sin Wagon, like boom, like
Yeah,
she
that's how
had
she
it.
rolls.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, all right, yeah."
I I would probably pick something weird. People would be like, that is the deepest cut of some weird track ever. Or Elton John. Like,
Or Rocket Man.
what? She's just pulling out the bitch's back by Elton John. Like, what?
No, let's do that. I would love to do that. Now that's
I can better than you. It's the way that I talk. It's the way that I groove. Whoa.
the bitch is back or Benny and the Jets. One of the two.
Well, Benny and the Jets is good.
Yeah, we could do
But
that.
that's boring, though,
Yeah,
to sing.
yeah, it is kind of boring. That's true. That's
With
true.
love to whomever said that. I can't see the comments.
Oh, nobody said that. I said it.
Oh, it's boring.
Thanks.
I mean, there's so many options in the world. Honestly, I just kind of vibe. You'll probably end up with a Disney song.
True.
I'm
Mulan.
out here singing something weird.
You know how
It's
many times
fine.
a day I say, let's get down to business and start and then go to defeat the Huns? I do it like 10 times a day.
That's amazing. That also tells me how old you are.
And my kids do it too now. I say, let's get down to business, and they go, join in.
I constantly have Beauty and the Beast in the back of my head. But I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
constantly have Beauty and the Beast in the back of my head. But also, just saying, um, real talk. But yeah, I do. I kind of, that just lives rent free in my head. Things that live rent free in my head, you know?
Mm-hmm. I do. I get it.
Um, what other talk? How long have you been listening to audiobooks? Romance audiobooks.
Romance audiobooks probably only maybe 3 years or so.
That's great.
But I was a huge but so like you were talking about books on tape earlier. So my husband, his sister is blind. And so he started listening to audiobooks when he was a kid because his sister would get all of these, audiobooks from the Commission for the Blind. And he would ask her to get books for him. And so he was already addicted to audiobooks whenever I met him. And so
Hmm.
we've listened to audiobooks together our whole relationship. So that's kind of always been a thing for us. We don't listen to the same things now, but he's way more of a fantasy guy and I'm a romance girly, but and I listen to fantasy too sometimes, but I haven't been able to get him to listen to any of mine yet.
I always use that guitar as a gateway drug.
Yeah, it is a gateway drug. he did
I mean,
listen
that's how
to
I get my guy friends to listen to romance.
he did listen to Fourth Wing.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I was
That's a
proud of
good
him.
gateway drug.
I was proud of him.
That's a good one.
He tries.
Yeah, I think
He's a
that's
good
great.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you can keep them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm girl. No, I was telling them the other day. I said if something happens, like that's it. I'm out. It's a wrap. Like I'm a nun, or me and you are gonna live together. Like it's a wrap. I'm not doing it again. Like I'm
There's
done.
gonna be a bunch of us in our 80s just living in like compounds just full of women.
Just full of women. Full of women. Yeah. No,
With
I'm
all due love and respect to our male counterparts.
of course. I mean, yes, but no. But respectfully, no.
You can go Lord of the Flies it out outside the compound.
Respectfully, no. No.
I hear you. Well, I do have to get back to Play Dirty. I'm almost at the end. But this has been so much fun.
I'm so sorry that we talked so long.
Why?
Well, I kept you
Why are
from your
you
work
apologizing for something I voluntarily did for fun?
because that's what I do, Shiloh.
Um, you've not had 20 years of therapy like me. I apologize for other
Clearly.
things like existing.
Yeah, I do that too.
Right. Apologize for things that matter like existing. Don't
Mm,
apologize for doing things that adults voluntarily do. That's what my
mm-mm.
dad always says, and he's right, I guess.
You have a good dad. Sounds like your dad's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's cool
Mm,
people.
it's good.
Not
It's good.
like Luna's dads in the books.
Yeah, where is she? We need to yell at her. Yeah, Lauren, I apologize for apologizing too. It's a disease. It
We all
really
do
is.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hugs and kisses all. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you need from me? Because I can
Are
give
you
it.
kidding me? I just need to be your friend forever. That's all.
Deal.
Yeah, we're done. Oh,
Deal.
and I need a French fry one day.
For what?
I need a French fry one day when we see
Oh,
each
a
other.
French fry.
Hmm.
Look,
I know.
look. We can order two fries, and you can have your own.
We can eat them together. You will eat fries in my presence.
Yes, I eat fries with people if they have their own fries. If
I
you
take
take my
that.
fry, I will hurt you.
I, I take that as a compliment.
Okay.
I will accept it in which the with the intent in which it was given.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Thank you. All
Love
right, all.
you.
I will see you later. Thank you so much. It was such a
Bye.
pleasure.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.